Welcome to One Chemistry. Always do your best. Now, let us see about the top 10 problems in aromaticity. We are discussing the problems because we will learn from the question and answer. If you understand the question very nicely, you can answer very much better. Stay tuned for complete information. What is inside this video? Normally, the question of aromaticity comes in the terms of stability, acidity, and planarity, sometime in bond rotation, and recent time the NMR spectra coming in the examinations. So you should know planarity and bond rotation and charge separation and NMR spectra is the important concepts here. Before we go into the problems, let us see what is aromaticity. Normally the four types of aromaticity, which is aromatic, anti-aromatic, non-aromatic and homoaromatic. The major difference is pi electrons here. If it is 4n plus 2 pi electron, which is Huckel electrons, mean it is aromatic. If it is a 4n electron, it is anti-aromatic. The non-aromatic mean normally the no planarity will be there. The homoaromatic mean normally you are creating the artificial conjugation, mean you are establishing the conjugation there. And the very important thing you should know is the ring current. The ring current for aromatic it is diamagnetic, for anti-aromatic it is paramagnetic, for non-aromatic there is no effect there, and homoaromatic also it is diamagnetic. The very important thing you should know is the stability in terms of aromaticity. The aromatic compounds are more stable, the next is homoaromatic, then non-aromatic, and finally the anti-aromatic will come. The most stable is aromatic, least stable is anti-aromatic. Let us see the aromaticity very quickly. The most stable aromatic compound is benzene, which is cyclic, which is planar, which has 4n plus 2 pi electron. So it's a stable one. And the anti-aromatic here is shown is like bipentane fused system, 4n pi electron, that is 8 electron, then it is anti-aromatic. The non-aromatic we shown as the cyclooctatetraene, which is like tub shape, which is not planar. The homoaromatic means it's artificial conjugation, meaning one carbon go out of the plane to gain the aromaticity. So you should know the rule. Aromatic mean 4n plus 2 pi electron, it should be cyclic, it should be conjugated. So you should know all these things before we get into the problems. Let us see the another basics for this one is resonance. The resonance can come from cation and anion, sometimes it's from the partial charges. If the cation or anion are partial charges connected to pi bond conjugation mean which will be stabilized by the resonance. So the resonance come from cation, anion as well as partial charges. Sometimes the lone pair of electron can involve in the resonance. Sometimes the lone pair of electron can involve in the conjugation, also participate in the total pi electron count. Here the very important thing you should know is if anion comes, you should count it for pi electron. Similarly, if the lone pair participate, you should count it for pi electron. But you should not count it for partial charges. So you should know the basics of resonance here. Let us see the first problem. Normally the not aromatic or aromatic question will come. Here I given the A, B, C, D compound, whether it is aromatic or not. The very easy thing you can do is counting the pi electron, where the A it has 14 pi electron, B it has 14 pi electron, C it has 8 pi electron and D it has 14 pi electron. We very well know that 14 come from 4n plus 2 system where n is 3, 3 multiplied by 4 plus 2 which is 14. Obviously C will be the answer. Moreover C also not aromatic in terms because it don't have planarity. For this kind of question you should count the pi electron as well as the planarity here. The next question also similar category, whether it is aromatic or not. Here also you should count the pi electrons. First system it has 6 pi electron, second system it has 6 pi electron, the third system it is 2 pi electron, fourth system we have 10 pi electrons. So by theory all are aromatic. But here the catch is that the D is not aromatic because of the steric effect of hydrogen. So you should know that not only pi electron, the planarity also playing the role in the conjugation. The notable thing is C here, because the C has established conjugation from the 2 carbonyl system. The carbon possesses the positive charge which can involve in the resonance too. So C is definitely aromatic system. And the third and different kind of question is how you write the charge separation or how it form canonical structures. Here I shown the bicyclic system. It connected through double bond. One is pentadiene system, another one is cyclopropene system. Here the central bond, how it separates, there is a 2 possibilities. Minus sign can go to pentane ring, plus sign can go to cyclopropyl ring. Similarly, opposite also possible. The important catch here is you should count the negative charge for the delocalization. So the negative charge in the pentane ring is very stabilized because it can create the 6pi, which is Huckel electron, which is aromatic. Similarly, if the plus charge is there, mean we will have anti-aromatic. So anti-aromatic is the destabilized one. So always the aromatic and stabilized ring is very stable. So you should use 4n+2 rule to understand the aromaticity. Both rings should be aromatic, then only charge is stable. The next one is the similar one, which molecule has dipole moment. We should know that the permanent charge should create the dipole moment. But everyone know that resonance always have moving charges. How we can arrest the charges? The question of aromaticity will come here. So to understand the dipole moment, you should know the charge separation of A and B is stable or not. From A, you should count the pi electron. The first ring has 6, second ring also has 6. Why I am saying 6 means it is in the resonance. So the conjugated carbons also participate in the another ring too. So A, both rings are aromatic. Similarly in B, you can clearly see the ring 1 has 8 electrons, ring 2 has 4 electrons. So both are anti-aromatic. So the charges will not be stable there, will not be separated there. So the charge separation in the A is stable because both ring is aromatic. Let us understand the similar kind of question. The question is like which molecule has high rotational barrier. The rotational barrier means the molecule should not rotate, right? So which molecule will not rotate? The molecule with double bond will not rotate. Here the structure A and B both are looking same, but it is entirely different. So we very well know that the resonance can allow the molecule to rotate. So what happened in A? The charge separation, if you find plus or minus, the molecule can rotate or not. The molecule will rotate because the resonance, the positive charge can go into the resonance and stabilize the molecule. Similarly, the second ring also aromatic by the negative charge, so it can also involve in the resonance. So both involve in the resonance, so it will always rotate. The double bond is weakened here. Similarly, in B, which is the negative charge cannot go into the system, so it cannot rotate. So the negative charge cannot go into the system. Similarly, the positive charge cannot go into the system because the both will be anti-aromatic. So the double bond dominate here rather than the charge separation. So it cannot rotate easily. It will have high rotational barrier. So the charge distribution decide whether double bond dominates or single bond dominates. So the double bond dominates means there will be the more rotational barriers. Then the next tip will be on NMR signal. So we already seen from the basics that the aromatic ring current can create the diamagnetic system. Outside the ring will be the paramagnetic. So the de-shielding will happen at outside proton and shielding will happen at inside protons. Here we see the aromatic system which is tropylium cation. The question comes from the fact that which proton has which chemical shift. So we very well know that normally if you use the strong acid which abstract H minus ion, so the ring will be positively charged. To create the resonance and conjugation, one carbon go out of the plane. The interesting thing will happen, which proton come under which, and above the plane protons, one will be on inside the ring, other will be on outside the rings. So you can clearly say the A will be inside the ring current and the B will be outside the ring current. So A will be diamagnetic, which is shielded, and B will be outside the ring current, which is de-shielded. So you should know shielding and NMR signal relationships. The NMR question can be extended in many ways. You should know that which chemical shift comes to which. So here I shown the two aromatic system. People ask you to match the chemical shift. So you should write always the more electron mean there will be the more shielding and there will be the less chemical shift. So here you can see 10 aniline system, the both hydrogen come in the shielded one, which is 0.05 delta, and the outside one come as a 7.1 delta. Similarly, the higher aniline system, the inside ring current is very strong because there will be more than 20 pi electron which create the strong ring current which create the -3 delta is the chemical shift here. The outside obviously will be more de-shielded, hence it will be the 9 delta. So, you should know the fact that aromatic will be always diamagnetic inside the ring and shielded. The next question is the reactivity versus aromaticity. So, how the reactivity can be influenced by aromaticity? Here the question is ABC, which one has high reactivity towards acid? What acid really will do? It abstract OH minus. So how we can decide this? We write the intermediates here. So we write the intermediate. The A will be like abstract the OH minus. So you get the positive ring inside the system. Second one, we have the conjugated same plus charge. There again the C also you can get the plus charge. So you should know that which ring is aromatic here. Only the B ring is aromatic. A is not aromatic because it is not conjugated. C is anti-aromatic because it has 4 pi electrons. But B is aromatic because it has 2 pi electron. So the intermediate is stable. So the reactivity will be very stable here. So if you write the order, B will be first, A will be second, C will be the least one. The next question is on acidity. Acidity also can be influenced by aromaticity. What is really acidity mean? The H plus donation, or you are creating negative charge in the ring. So how the acidity can be defined? Meaning the compound which have the intermediate which can donate the H plus easily. So what really happened? Here the category A and B. If A loses H plus, which has the aromatic system. Similarly, the B loses the H plus mean we can have anti-aromatic system. So we very well know that aromaticity stabilizes the system, anti-aromaticity destabilizes the system. So A will lose the H plus easily, B will be the poor one. And the aromaticity can be related to basicity. Normally this kind of questions will be indirect. So we have the three systems A, B and C. All are aromatic here, but which one is basic here? So you should know the lone pair is participating or not. So A and B definitely participating to create the aromaticity. C definitely not participating. So C will have more protons. So C will be more basic because it has lone pair of electron. When compared to A and B, B will be the very strong one. Why? Because the electronegativity of oxygen is more higher than nitrogen. So oxygen don't donate the lone pair of electron. Nitrogen definitely donate the lone pair of electron. So you should know whether it is participate or not. You should also know the electronegativity here. Let us see the very bonus one, which is aromatic or not. Here I given the 4 system. You should know whether it is aromatic or not. There will be many categories. Here the catch is the heteroatoms. Whether the heteroatoms can allow the lone pair of electrons to participate or not. So A is definitely aromatic, which is pyridine. P is like sulfur can donate the lone pair and can involve in the resonance. So nitrogen have some kind of basicity. And C is definitely aromatic. We very well know that, which is the furan system. And the D will be the peculiar one, which is non-aromatic. Why? Because the position of B is perpendicular to the ring, which will not allow the p orbital to participate. So there will be no delocalization there, which is a very odd question. So you should know B don't allow the electron to delocalize. So it is a non-aromatic system. Before we leave, you should know some exception. You should memorize it. You should know cyclooctatetraene is dub shape. Dub shape means it is not planar. There is no conjugation. Similarly, the 10-anuline is not aromatic because of the steric effect of hydrogen atom. Suppose you are replacing the hydrogen atom with methylene bridge, then it will be aromatic. So you should know that establishing the planarity means you create the aromaticity. So you should know same system can be tuning around aromaticity and non-aromaticity. Then you should know only the peripheral electron can participate in the pi conjugation. So you should not count the central electron. Here I given the both system which is aromatic, but if you count or if you account the central electron, it will be non-aromatic. So in kind of centrally connected system, you should not count the central electrons. So only you should count peripheral electron. So you should memorize all the three here. That's all from me today. I hope it was useful. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below.